DLC Pack 1 for Smash Ultimate is coming to a close, but we are still getting more DLC after that. In other words, I'm going to put my personal theories and opinions out there for people to hate on until this video falls out of relevancy. So first up, who's going to be the last character of the first wave of DLC? If you ask me, it has to be Doom Guy. Not only does he seem guaranteed after that potential Mii costume video leak with a Doom-themed Mii hat, but he would also make so much sense as DLC. Fans can't stop asking for him. Bethesda has ported a bunch of Doom games to the Switch, and they even confirmed to have talked to Nintendo about Doom and Smash. But what also stands out about Doom is that it revolutionized the FPS genre. It copied Wolfenstein 3D, but got a much larger fan base. We don't have any FPS reps in Smash, and Doom Guy has a legacy to proudly take that spot. He does use guns, but so does Joker, so who the hell cares anymore? If Nintendo's too pussy about it, they can always replace the bullets with energy blasts similar to the BFG. So that's it for the first pack. Now, we don't know how much more DLC is coming after this, but just for fun, let's say we get another Challenger pack. To start off this one, I want to talk about another genre not represented, the horror genre. And no, Luigi and Fatal Frame Girl don't count. Now, the best way to represent horror games would be to take a character from the most influential series to survival horror. Except not future MEWTWO-MILLION here. See, I actually made this script and recorded the audio for it before the Resident Evil spirits were announced. So, yeah, it turns out we likely won't be getting Resident Evil, since if we were to get a Resident Evil character, they would have brought spirits over when they were actually added to the game. But with spirits just randomly being added during this time of DLC, it doesn't really seem like we're going to be getting a playable Resident Evil character. I still think this will be a horror character, because that's not really represented in Smash, but I don't know who it could be. I mean, there's like Isaac Clarke from Dead Space, Frank West from Dead Rising, and Rick Taylor from Splatterhouse, but they don't really seem to have that big influence on the genre as Resident Evil. I mean, if they do want to have another influential character, maybe someone like the Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. But, I mean, it could still happen, but it just seems very unlikely. Yeah, if you guys have good horror characters, let me know in the comments below. And don't say anything trolly like Springtrap or Monica. So for now, I'm just going to put Pyramid Head here, and let's get back to the video. Anyways, keeping up with the idea of adding violent video game characters, how about grow some balls and include a character from the game responsible for giving us game ratings? Night Trap. Mortal Kombat. Wait, hang on. Yeah, this wouldn't be another choice for a fighting game character. A Mortal Kombat character would stand for representing a very influential series. As for which character, I'm going to go with Scorpion just because he's the most recognizable MK character. Of course, he'd probably have light, medium, and heavy versions of attacks, and always face his opponents in 1v1s. To add another gimmick, I thought Scorpion could either be able to perform his original fatality, if you put in the original button command and your opponent is dizzy and over 100% for an insta-kill. Or they can give him the meter from the more recent Mortal Kombat games, which builds up the more he takes and delivers damage, and you can use that to perform a stronger version of a special attack or a smash attack. It can probably have other effects, like for example, he can use his rope spear to drag your opponents over dizzy so he can combo them, and maybe also use the meter to protect yourself, similar to the meter in the Injustice series and the defense meter in MK11. Moving on, I know we had a few indie spirits, Shovel Knight as an assist trophy, and Sans, but what about a unique indie character as DLC?
Welcome back, Travis.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
Maybe Travis doesn't really represent indie games as well as other indie characters, but with Suda51 and Sakurai being close friends, and there being 2 No More Heroes games on Switch, he just might happen. Now for another huge gaming icon. Since they are going for big gaming faces, why not go for Lara Croft? Tomb Raider was a huge game back in the PlayStation era, and Lara herself became very popular for reasons. Tomb Raider is still relevant today and was influential to exploration games. Plus, she can have unique attacks relating to her lock-on ability, where she can hit 2 people at once, even if they're on different parts of the stage. Speaking of PlayStation All-Stars, I know it would be hard for Nintendo to allow big PlayStation faces in Smash.
Nice.
You know what? Never mind. Give us the old-school, insane PlayStation mascot, Crash Bandicoot. Having Crash in Smash would be incredible. Mario versus Sonic versus Banjo versus Crash. Crash has the history, so let's get this classic gaming icon in the game celebrating all kinds of gaming icons. And with that, we have another challenger pack. That may seem like the end of the video, but I'm going to make another potential challenger pack because World of Light had 16 extra fighter slots in the base game. Once we got DLC, each of those characters took up a spot. So if you count, that's 1 for Piranha Plant, 5 for the first challenger pack, and 10 spots remaining. I just talked about 5 more, so let's do another 5 just to finish this off. These picks are going to be characters I see as less likely than the characters I already talked about, but I do think they still have some good odds. Now, without further ado,
Let's rock, baby.
you might be saying, really? Dante? Don't we have enough Capcom representation? Yeah, we have Mega Man, Street Fighter, and even Rathalos as a boss from Monster Hunter, but Capcom just has so many great faces. They're all iconic games and gaming characters. I find it weird that Bayonetta got into Smash before Dante, since Devil May Cry is the series that invented action hack-and-slash games. Dante would also be super unique since the combat in DMC allows for a lot of moves to make a Smash moveset and allow for more moves to be executed if you hold a button or rapidly press it after some attacks. Next up, people keep saying Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden. I don't exactly know why, but why not? Next up, we've got our shooter rep, but what about a character that represents multiplayer team shooters? So do we pick someone from Overwatch, PUBG, Fortnite? No. You know what we need? Team Fortress 2 is what really defined team shooters, and Heavy is the character that stole the show in that game. Imagine Heavy being built to be a good character in Team Smash. He can work like a zoner using his Gatling gun, shotgun, and even fight close up with his boxing gloves. Picture this. You're Heavy and your partner is Mario. Mario excels at close range combat, so he can stay in the back and use long range attacks to cover Mario, while he gets in close and delivers more damage and gets some good kills. That would be really awesome if you ask me. Anyways, for this next spot, I wanted to put a Namco Bandai character. All third-party franchises in the base game now have more than one fighter, except Namco. I'd say the most likely character is Lloyd Irving from the Tales series, since that's a really popular series in Japan, Sakurai is a big fan of that series, and we had a Lloyd Mii costume in Smash 4, which is missing in Ultimate. We could get someone like Heihachi from Tekken or Nightmare from Soul Calibur, but by this point, we would have had Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, and potentially even Mortal Kombat. I'm not sure how likely more fighting game characters would be. And last would be... Steve. I don't really want Minecraft in Smash, but it wouldn't piss me off to see Minecraft represented. Minecraft is a cash cow, so you know Nintendo will look at this iconic game and see dollar signs. And there we have it, 90 characters. You know what, let's just go out and do 100 characters. These last 10 will include first-party characters, characters who are already in the game as spirits, Mii costumes, and even assist trophies. Let's start off with the characters Sakurai seemed to have wanted to include, but couldn't due to time constraints. Rex from Xenoblade 2. Rex could get support from Pyra or Mithra, who stay in the background like Pokemon Trainer. They changed the blade Rex uses to either the Fire Blade or the Light Blade, which have different properties that affect gameplay similar to Shulk Minato arts. Next would be the most requested first-party character, Vandana Waddle Dee. HAL Labs put the specific Waddle Dee in Return to Dreamland and Star Allies, which gave Vandana Dee plenty of moves to make a good Smash moveset out of. Hey, fans have been begging for him for a long time now, so why not let this Waddle Dee join the party? Now, because of how popular Pokemon is, I would be pissed but not surprised to see a Sword and Shield Pokemon as DLC. We already have 8 or 10 Pokemon characters, depending on how you count them, so it would be a bit overkill to add more, but Nintendo loves money. As for which Pokemon, my guess would be the fully evolved form of this one. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. We don't really have a puzzle rep, and don't say Dr. Mario because he doesn't count. I don't know who they could add to represent puzzle games, but I have heard outcry for this character from Puyo Puyo. She's popular in Japan, so maybe she could be added as DLC. I don't know how she'd fight, but if they can make Animal Crossing fighters, they can find a way to make this character work. We could get this character sooner if the Mii costume leak is real, but yeah, Geno. Fans have been demanding Geno since Melee. Even Sakurai wanted Geno in the past. We've got Square Enix, we had Geno references in the past. The next step is to finally include him as a playable fighter. We're reaching the final 5. Let's start this last bunch off with Rayman. We've got plenty of Eastern biased characters, so why not throw in some more Western biased characters? Ubisoft has been real good to Nintendo in recent years, so I don't think it would be weird at all to see Rayman join the fight in the future. Say, what about a first party retro rep? What could be the last first party NES rep in Smash? If you ask me, that has to be the Excite Bike Racer. Excite Bike has the legacy, recognition, and a lot of potential for a Smash moveset. Have him be really fast and strong on the ground, give him an overheat meter, and make him not so good in the air. He can fight by running his opponents over, using his motorcycle as a weapon, and performing motocross tricks. Next, what about a rhythm game rep? The only characters that come to mind are the Rhythm Heaven characters, so maybe we'll end up with someone like the Chorus Men or Karate Joe. Also make it so they get rewarded with stronger attacks if they're attacking in a rhythm. For this spot, I'd say probably a character to promote a new Nintendo game around the time of this character's release. Think like Corrin in Smash 4. And the legendary conclusion, if they want to get lots of hype and lots of love from fans, they'd have to end it with Waluigi. After so much anger from fans after Waluigi hasn't been playable in Smash, after so many requests, this would be a perfect conclusion to Smash Ultimate DLC, and maybe even the perfect conclusion to Smash Bros. As a whole. And that's 100 characters. What do you think about these predictions? Who would you like to see in Smash Ultimate as DLC? Let me know in the comments below.